Oh, what's happening, everybody? Hello, hello. Welcome in. Sorry, let me just grab chat. That is not chat. That is chat. There's YouTube chat. There we go. One of these a lot wider than usual. That. And that. That's muted. I don't want to hear myself. Ever. Say I don't ever want to hear myself, and then I make videos where I'm forced to listen to myself constantly, so. That goal isn't working out quite so well. But, oops. Anyways. Time to continue some trails. We started chapter 1 last time, did most of the, or did all of the available support requests, and investigated Armorica Village and Ursula Medical College. Lloyd supposedly has somewhat of an idea of what the hell is happening. Whether I believe him or not, you know, he seems like a smart guy. He probably does know what's happening. Alright, where are my notes? Apologies, smacked the mic. Let's just move that up and out a little bit. I guess probably move my tablet over so I'm less likely to smack the mic when I move. Alrighty. Is there a way to heal? Can I talk to you? 400 Mira. What a scam. It is so expensive. I see 319. It's quite a few fights to level. Well. That's modern conveniences for you. They got them coming all the way till 11 p.m. The fare is really cheap, too. Recall that the city is managing the buses. Given the pricing and schedule, I can only wonder if they make a profit, though. You have to remember that the hospital is important to everyone in Crossbell State. Given the high demand and room in the state's budget, they must have enough Mira to fund the service. That makes sense. Being able to visit the hospital this easily is definitely something to be thankful for. Or we just take the bus back and we have no issues with our lack of HP. I don't know how that one purple-haired woman hasn't been clobbered by fish. Especially fish, since fish wandered directly next to her. What a beautiful sunset. Yes, it is indeed beautiful. Almost overwhelmingly so. Phew, after a day packed with walking around, this bus feels like a gift from Idios. Man, imagine if we got our hands on our own car. Yeah, I wouldn't count on that. I think the investigative divisions use them, though. If I recall correctly, I believe that each 1st Division detective has a private car prepared for them. Seriously? I understand special treatment, but that just seems excessive. Ugh, it's times like this that it really sucks to be the misfits. Well, it's no use wishing for stuff we can't get. Besides, traveling on the highway is pretty good training, don't you think? Though I'm hesitant to agree, I can't deny it. I take it we will not be conducting any further investigations today, correct? Yeah, we can make our way to Mainz tomorrow. Like I said, let's head back for now and write up our reports. Roger. I think today was more exhausting than we were expecting. You got that right. But man, it was all worth it to meet an angel like Cecile. Alright, next time I'm gonna get her to hit the clubs with me. You're persistent, Randy, I'll give you that. That's the wolf again. Lloyd and the others returned to the SSS that night and began compiling a report of the day's investigation. We found evidence, uncertainties, and theories were all discussed and organized for Sergei's convenience, and further note the clock struck midnight. Once finished, they returned to their respective rooms, exhausted, and fell asleep. Wait, Guy? You mean you're gonna go on a trip? Where are you even going? Principality of Rimaferia. Don't worry, I should be back in a month or two. Might even be as short as 2 weeks, depending on how things go. Oh, I get that, but you're a CPD detective, aren't you? Is it really okay for you to leave Crossbell for that long? Oh, what's with the long face? Are you sad that your big brother's going away for a bit? Poor little Lloyd. Are you gonna be lonely here by yourself? Nuh-uh, I'm perfectly fine on my own. I stop at 2 months, you can leave for 2 years for all I care. Oh, relax. I was just kidding. See, the truth is, I'm not going to Rimaferia for fun. This is a top secret job, Lloyd. Sounds fishy to me. I mean, top secret? What kind of secrets are we even talking about? Ha, I knew you were going to ask that. Well, I can't dive into specifics, but I'm in charge of escorting this cute little girl back to her home. Huh? The girl and I are escaping to Rimaferia, a beautiful northern country. So tell me, just how jealous are you? Okay, no more joking around. I asked the neighbors to look after you while I'm away. Make sure you get dinner and all that. Breakfast and lunch are your job, though. Kid, I can cook my own meals. Wait, that's besides the point. Cute little girl, just what exactly are you trying to pull, Guy? What are you gonna do if Cecile finds out about all this? Huh? What does Cecile have to do with any of this? What does she... You're impossible. What could you possibly see in this massive idiot? For your information, I've already discussed this with her. What? Yeah, there seems to be a little misunderstanding here, Lloyd. Even though I call it a trip, it's still very much police work. The girl's only something young, whatever. A dream? I haven't thought about that in forever. Must have been around 12 when that happened, or was it 13? If I remember correctly after that. Lloyd, that was like 5 years ago. Lloyd speaking. Good, you're up. Have you finished that report yet? Yes, sir. Yesterday's investigation is all written up. Excellent. Now, round up everyone and come to my office. You have guests. Excuse us, sir. Deputy Commander Bales. Man, how did I know? Good morning, you four. Morning, everyone. It's nice to see you, Deputy Commander. I thought our guest might be you. She just happened to drop by. Apparently, she wants to hear about how your investigation is going. Yeah, of course, but isn't this on pretty short notice? We still haven't even been able to investigate Mainz yet. I apologize, everyone. It wasn't my intention to rush you. The situation, however, has changed. What do you mean? Until yesterday, the Guardian Force was conducting regular patrols and providing security to mains. However, this morning, it was decided that we're to issue a full withdrawal. You're withdrawing the guardsmen? But it has only been 3 days since the last monster sighting. Correct. We had planned on providing security for at least another week. But the order came directly from the CGF commander. He claimed it was a waste of resources. Thinks protecting innocent civilians is a waste? I never liked that spineless kiss-ass. You know him? Oh yeah, when I was serving at Bellegarde Gate, I saw him lots of times. Basically, he's top dog of the Guardian Force and buddy-buddy with some Imperial faction big shot. He's more of a fan of whining and dining rather than actually doing his job. So the rumors are true after all. However, wouldn't the CGF pulling out this early present a problem? It would be too dangerous. Yes, precisely. If the attacks were limited to one location, it might have been handed off to the Guild. But unfortunately, the attacks cover too wide of an area. As Deputy Commander of the Crossbell Guardian Force, I can't turn a blind eye to this. The problem is that we weren't able to neutralize the monsters after 3 weeks of investigating. And despite the attacks happening all throughout Crossbell, the damages weren't all that serious. That as pretext, the commander gave the order to cease all operations related to the matter immediately. So that's how it happened. Oh, how rude of me. I still haven't introduced you yet, have I? This is Sergeant Major Seeker. She's young but extremely skilled in both combat and operating orbital vehicles. She serves as my aide-de-camp. Aide-de-camp? I don't know, should that be French? Aide-de-camp? 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 Aide-de-camp. Une aide-de-camp. So it is French. I googled it and Google thinks I'm in... The AI overview is all in French. Good. She served as my aide-de-camp. I'm Noel Seeker. It's nice to officially meet all of you. It's nice to meet you too. Hold on, you said your last name was Seeker? By any chance, are you related to Fran, one of the CPD receptionists? I am. Fran's my little sister. A small world. Glad to know she has such dependable co-workers at the CPD. I'd say she's the dependable one. She's really helped us out a lot already. Huh, so you're that Sergeant Major I heard so much about. Sergeant Major Seeker, the young guard who's become Tangram's shining beacon of hope. I wouldn't go that far. Besides, I've heard about you too, Randy. Bellegarde forces have had a lot to say. It's nice to finally put a face to the stories. Huh, guess my reputation precedes me. What kind of stories are we talking about? Merely ones involving escapades with women, I assume. You got me there. The guys were always jealous of my skills with the ladies. I mean, I would be too if I were in their shoes. Lightly ask you to leave things at that, Orlando. So, as you may be able to tell, we found ourselves in a problematic situation. I think now your investigation may be our only chance of making it through this. To be blunt, I'm grasping at straws here. I need to know what you found out. Of course. We're about to submit a report to the chief anyway, so we can brief you as well since you're here. That's that then. Well, Sonia, what do you think of my rookies? They've exceeded my expectations. The legend of the Divine Wolves and how the culprits appeared on the roof of St. Ursula Medical College. What do you make of all this, Seeker? Honestly, I'm surprised. I guess a trained detective is just able to spot things we couldn't. It's more than simply observation, Seeker. It's their entire deductive process. Very well, it's decided then. I'll entrust the rest of the mains investigation to the Special Support Section. With you four heading the operation, perhaps new, unexpected leads may come to light. Understood. Continue our investigation as planned. Doesn't this mean we'll be going against the CGF commander's orders, though? Well, the orders I was given didn't specify to have you abandon the case as well. And if you happen to uncover a solid lead, it would give us more than enough reason to involve ourselves once more. So, I trust you have no objections, yes? None at all, ma'am. Very clever, Deputy Commander. Just so you know, it seemed as if the monsters were able to predict our strategies and movements. Acting as a small team instead of a large unit is probably smarter. With luck, you may even be able to catch them unaware. At least, that's what I hope. Got it. Thanks for the heads up. If possible, I'd like to head over to Maine's ASAP. Yes, that would be for the best. If you uncover anything substantial, contact my office at Tangram Gate. Sergei, would you mind saving our conversation for another day? No complaints here. Careful out there, you got him. Don't go pushing your luck. We're one to talk. Seeker, let's go. Yes, ma'am. She sure is a busy woman. Yes, she is. Apparently, she oversaw the entire withdrawal of her troops from Mainz early this morning. A real shame she's at the mercy of that incompetent sleazebag boss of hers. Not only that, she's got to keep a constant eye on the Calvardian border. Basically, she's always drawing the short end of the stick. I can only imagine. By the way, have you known the Deputy Commander for a while? The two of you did seem quite comfortable with each other. Come to think of it, Deputy Commander Bales was the one who recommended me here in the first place. What kind of relationship are you hiding from us, boss? Calm down, she's just an old friend. More importantly, it's clear to me that your investigation yesterday really put you guys through the ringer. Still gotta head to Mainz, but don't tell me you're planning to hike all the way there on foot again. Definitely not. Yesterday just had some, unique circumstances. You intend to take the bus today whenever possible. Oh, is that right? Heh. And here I thought you were following the Bracer's example. Bracer's example? Yeah, what are you talking about? It's kind of their whole initiation thing. They have junior bracers tour the surrounding area on foot. That way, they build up stamina, pile up loads of combat experience, and, most importantly, get the lay of the land. 3 birds, 1 stone. That does seem pretty effective. Ah, that makes sense. No wonder they're so good at what they say they do. Perhaps that is what Estelle and Joshua were doing when we met them yesterday. So, they've already started their tour of Crossbell then. How diligent of them. Heh, those two got an impressive amount of experience under their belts. I've even heard they were part of the... There might be a sneeze coming. Oh, it's probably good. Big part of the effort to fix that whole fiasco that happened in Liberl last year. The Liberl incident? That was when Orbital Power suddenly shut down all across the country. For real? That sounds pretty serious. If they're really that skilled, then it makes sense they were able to wipe out those monsters so easily. You're in Crossbell, they're no more than rookies, just like you. It might just surpass you before you know it, though, so keep at it and try not to let them get too far ahead. If you take too long in this case, you can bet the guild's gonna swoop in. We'll get to the bottom of it, sir. Let's head to Mainz as soon as we're ready. We leave through the north exit, the bus stop should be right ahead. Let's resupply and double check our gear while we're here. I also advise checking the terminal before we leave. Well, I guess we better get going. Well, let's go, first off, let's get out this door. Let's run over to Oscar. Which should be done. Someone order fish fillets and monster eggs. Thanks, you guys really saved my hide. I know I could count on you, Lloyd. I've always had my back when I've been in trouble, ever since we were kids. You're telling me Lloyd's always been like this? Figures. I assumed he was, judging by his overly soft-hearted nature. Let's cut him some slack. We are talking about Lloyd Bannies here. I don't know what I did to deserve these backhanded compliments. Come on, loosen up. Just saying you're a good guy, that's all. Oh hey, you should try some of the bread I baked today. Consider it on the house today. Appreciate it, Oscar. We'll make sure to pick up a loaf later. We're gonna head out now. Good luck with your apprenticeship. Don't need it. It'll be a piece of cake. See what he did there. I see what he did there. It's that chest. I assume we'll eventually be able to get further in the geofront and I'll be able to make it to that chest. Either that or I've already missed something. What am I doing? Go down. Go down. Go to the terminal. We've been promoted. We got information. We got short. Apartment complex. Maison Imelda's crawling with monsters. Antique shop in the back alley. These are all short. Has equipment. Have the equipment shops updated? No, I don't know why it said we should check out the shops. I could get 2 pairs of shoes. Oh, I didn't need 3 of them. Oops. Well, we're all kitted out. Let's go check out the lady whose apartment complex is crawling. There's a chest in there? While we're here... While we're here, let's open some slots. Make sure everyone's got 4. Still can only craft level 1s. But we did get a couple quartz, Could get a couple of quartz. EP cuts. Here, Randy can probably take Eagle Eye because he's not. I don't like having to open up a different button. Or hit a different button to check my arts. I liked having the list just below it in Sky. We have Randy, Eagle Eye, and information. We give you speed, I guess. Should also give her mind one. Maybe something like this for Randy. No, Wendy, I didn't mean to talk to you. Oh, but that one has to be blue. Let's just continue opening all of Tio's. Oh, it's... Is there a blue one that I can create? It would be good for her. Not really. Well, I mean, she'll have mind one, so it's probably fine. And this can only take blue. That's -1. It's not really a big deal. And then we're getting 2 anyways. I gotta have in mind just to open up her last one to give her the attack. Oh, I can't. I'm 3 green shorts. That's okay. We got all of our stuff that we wanted to equipped. Now let's go take a little nap in Lloyd's bed. All 4 of us. And now we're heading to the back alley. Now we're all juiced up. That's not the right direction. Is this the right direction? No. I refuse to fast travel. This is the right direction. Chapter 1. Antique shop in the back alley. This looks like the antique shop. Oops, actually turned on auto. You see quite a few youngsters have come to help, eh? Let me get a good look at you. Wow, is it just me or is her face massive? Boy, shush. I'll say she certainly has quite the presence. Not that comes as a surprise, she's practically a cross-billed celebrity. Excuse us, Imelda, your support request mentioned that that monsters are running loose in your apartment complex, right? And ain't it right here in the city? That could turn ugly real quick. Yeah, it certainly could. Does not seem very concerned, does she? This lady's got nerves of steel. So, kids, will you take care of them? Yeah, wonderful. Shall we talk business then? Sure, could you give us the details? Well, as I'm sure you know, I own quite a bit of land and property in the city. The apartment complex in question is called Maison Imelda, named after yours truly. It's in the downtown district, in a spot that's a bit tucked away. In the downtown district, huh? I'm sure it's a mess, leaving a place like that unchecked. It's no wonder you ended up with a monster problem. Exactly right. Those pests never fail to crawl out of the woodwork the second your back's turned. If you don't tidy up the place, I doubt the property will last another week. All I ask is that you go in, track them down, and eviscerate them. Simple as that. Yes, ma'am. Sounds like another straightforward extermination for us. The situation could escalate if we leave them be. Let's make sure we are thorough. I suppose I should give you this too. Thank you, ma'am. Downtown district then? That's not downtown. Is on Imelda. Used to be the apartment Imelda was talking about. Alright, we made it in. We don't know what lies ahead, so be careful. And get a load of all this dust piled up in here. Not to mention, this place is freaking huge. Seems like just the kind of place you'd find monsters. Indeed, since they've been running amok in here. Request explicitly stated that our job was to exterminate, so we'll have to take out all of the monsters in here. Stay sharp, everyone. It's not green, Sepith. Two 2.5 times. Now we're talking. Hello, little raccoon. Who leveled Lloyd? Everyone's about to slingshot right past Lloyd again. Make sure there wasn't another door this way, was there? No, just a window and a wall. Nothing. Oh, I can get you from there. Can you stop? those things don't have very much health. Well, that hits 2 of them. And now, just like that, everyone's ahead of Lloyd. Oh, I forgot to check the chests. Chest joins your party. Its move is 0, however, so it will wait here. Hang on, I've sinned. I need to correct my errors. So hide and seek. You hide something valuable in me and then go seek therapy for your kleptomania. Interesting. It doesn't like doesn't actually despawn. I guess it just de-aggros? Long barrel. I assume that is not an option for other people, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Melda appears to have left a voice recorder in the chest. I like that one. We managed to clear them all out? Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure we've covered all the rooms. Just to be safe, let's do a quick loop around and make sure we didn't miss anything before we head out. Roger that. Sound plan. Hey, you punks. The hell do you think you're doing running around like you own the damn place? Huh? Here to explain what a bunch of cops are doing so close to Ignis's turf. Oh, psh, it's just you. I guess this apartment building is pretty close to your base, isn't it? Huh. What's up with him? Get a load of you guys. You look like a bunch of dust bunnies. Oh, I suppose you're right. Couldn't help it. We've been fighting monsters in a dusty den. Monsters, huh? They like to make nests out of the abandoned buildings around here. Nothing new to me. Infestations like this are common? Yeah, I figured this wasn't the safest area to be living in. All that ruckus and you haven't even finished the job yet. Wait, what are you talking about? We've gone over all the rooms already. Just occurred to me. There's a strong chance that monsters have bred inside of here. Be told, that was something I sensed all along. Should be located quite deep inside of the apartment. See. Figuring that out just now? This is why you're a bunch of trash tier cops. Why don't you drag your asses back to the city and patrol something a little safer? Wait, where are you going? Hold on a minute. What do you think you're... Is he heading for the nest Teotot talked about? Given what he's like, I presume he went in to eliminate the monsters making noise in his turf. I still get paid for this, right? You think he'll be fine on his own? Well, maybe freakishly strong, but it's too dangerous to handle by himself. Hey, Ellie, Tio. Sorry, but can I leave you two to watch the entrance? Based on his history, I don't see him handling this with much finesse. He may end up with some startled monsters making a break for it. Understood. We'll stay on guard. You two be going in to get walled out? Yeah, we'll just go in to check on him. Probably the safest bet. Should probably get a move on, Lloyd. Don't want to be late to the show. Right. Oh, I did not see them. I was really hoping that one was gonna die to poison. Wooden crate. Looks like this thing was blocking off the rooms leading deeper inside. Well, it's not in the way anymore, so let's get going. Oops. Are you... what? I don't know. There we go. What's the point of giving me an animation if I don't hit the things in the animation? This is a tragedy. Really is a tragedy. Well, you know, I used to contain a bottle of Grand Chardonnay. What became of it? Last I heard, it ended up in La Burle. Ha! Sounds like it came from the room up ahead. Damn it! Huh? Sounds like he's having a hell of a time in there, doesn't it? That's exactly why I didn't want him to rush in there alone. Cover me, Randy. You got it. Maybe we can come back there with the other people. Screw you. Walt, don't push yourself. We're here to help you, man. No, I can't hit multiple. the little guys. Ooh, he summons little guys. Unfortunately, I don't have any blue quartz on these two. Earth is what I want to use on him. Uh-oh. Nice counter. Wasn't even close. Randy is really right at that level. I think is this what edging is? Phew, those things were actually pretty tough. Yeah, it really shows how much we rely on Tio and Ellie's support, doesn't it? Especially Ellie. She's kind of my my MVP. More importantly, are you okay, Wald? Huh. The hell, did I ask you dumbasses to interrupt my fight? I think I'm some kind of weakling, huh? You really want to pick a fight with us here? Well, not like I was expecting a lot of gratitude coming from this jackass anyways. You two okay? We heard a horribly loud noise from outside. Yeah, we're good. Did manage to bail a certain goon out of a tight spot, though. Excuse me, Red. You asking to get your skull cracked open? One moment, please. No longer detect the presence of any monsters. That's what I thought. Oh yeah, does seem a lot quieter, doesn't it? That is because we took out the head honcho of this place. Ha, how pathetic. So this is how it all ends, huh? What do you mean, Wald? You punks managed to ruin my fun. Gonna head back to the base and have a date with a bottle of booze. Oh, and don't get it in your head that you can just run around the downtown district doing whatever you damn well please. This is our turf, so if you've done your job, then get the hell out of here. He needs to find a better way to hide his embarrassment. Man, that guy's never gonna change, is he? Well, I guess there's nothing we can do about it. Anyway, I think we've managed to clear out the monsters, so let's head back to Imelda and give her the good news. After you. Oh, so you managed after all. Your special support section kids proved much more capable than I thought. You were clumsy, but you did what had to be done. Bravo, indeed. Thanks, I guess? Hold the phone. For that many monsters to have nested there, you must have been neglecting that place for years. Indeed, you may want to invest much more effort into management if you wish to keep your properties safe. On the bright side, you're free to start renting out rooms. People begin to move in, I doubt you'd have to call pest control again. I suppose you're right. I was just thinking about how much longer I should wait to open Maison Imelda's doors. Much longer? What do you mean? See, dear, downtown rent is dirt cheap, so I was merely biding my time, waiting for the land value to go up a bit more. Yeah. Comes to real estate matters, you ought to trust in my judgment. I'm Imelda, one of the top landowning titans in Crossbell, after all. That rundown apartment complex is just the tip of the iceberg. I manage scores of properties in this city that I'll flip when the market is right. Do you mean to say you're one of those major real estate tycoons? Wait, is this place just her side business? Madame Imelda is a famous name in Crossbell and high society. I heard she's incredibly wealthy. Damn, really? I could tell she wasn't your ordinary biddy. Your ordinary old biddy. One of the downsides of managing all these properties is the monsters that could crop up if you leave any of them unattended for too long. You know what? Go ahead and hold on to that Maison Imelda key for a while. Have a good time, be a dear, and give it a good scrubbing. He's cunning as always. When we get back to work, the longer we're here, the more I feel a headache coming on. Okay, let's go, rest. And then there was that one monster's chest that I wanted to... take care of. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. The boxes haven't been put back together. No. Oh, it's just 4 of these guys. Not actually a big deal. Nice counterattack, Lloyd. On a Sepith upturn. Team Rush mid-fight. Fiber coat. Check the chest and find this text box. It is very good text box, I assure you. Very well written. Anything in this room? Any treasure chests? No. Fiber coat. Let's give that... You've got the lowest defense. Now that I have green... I wish I could see what's in each of my slots. Let's make another poison. What I should have done was seeing if I could even No, I need another green. Yeah, I can't. But you. I just want to see if I can. No, okay. Yeah, okay. I do need to make an earth or a defense if I want to give her that. Action there. Put the attack in here. Now you have access to fire. And you can get mines. Let's get that EP back. Now where are we going? Oh, I can turn that in. Crossbell Station, and that's just on Maine's Mountain Path. I promise I'm not an idiot. We just walked up all of the stairs while trying to go down the stairs. It would have been one thing if I made the mistake for like 1 second and then immediately turned around, but no, I just somehow kept continuing up another flight of stairs, like around a corner and then up another flight of stairs and then around a corner or into a door. How did... Am I stupid? Extra money. Now... Where is the Crossbell Station? Is this the Crossbell Station? Never mind. I have an answer to that now. The other one's on the Maine's Mountain Path out of the north exit. The station never fails to amaze me. Has it really been a month since I stepped off that train? Wow. Time really flies, doesn't it? Now, I believe the station's inspection officer was the one who submitted this request, right? Yeah, let's go ask him about it. Who is the inspection officer? Is it you? No. Is it you? Is it you? Yes. Looks like we're behind schedule. Excuse me, but are you the inspection officer? We're here regarding your support request. Ah, so you're the special support section then. About time. My name's Quattro. I'm here on assignment from the Imperial Army to work as the station's inspection officer. If you don't mind, I'd like to cut to the chase. Will you accept my request? You can, honest Quattro. He talks to the specifics? Very well. And again. Is something wrong? Not necessarily. I just wasn't expecting to have to rely on such young people for assistance. Oh, I suppose it's better than if no one had showed up at all. Hell, We offer our help in his hour of need and this stuck-up old geezer decides to talk down to us? Say something, Red? I advise you not to pay him any mind. Just to clarify, you submitted a request for asking for assistance in an inspection? That's correct. The train bound for Erebonio will be arriving any second now. I want your help in inspecting the interior of said train. By inspection, you mean looking for any passengers or luggage considered too dangerous for Erebonian territory, correct? Precisely. I don't normally have to do this on my own, but I woke up to a torrent of sick leaves this morning. That's why I had to issue a request for outside help. That makes sense. Conducting an inspection like this alone would take way too long. Glad you understand. That makes things easier. Erebonia. The Erebonian-bound passenger train will soon be arriving at platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board the train make their way to the platform. There it is now. Once we're on the platform, I'll delve into the specifics of the job. Now follow me. Wasn't exactly what I had in mind when we got this request. Can't stand this dude's high and mighty attitude, but he's in a bind. Let's give him a hand. It's settled then. Shall we head down to platform 2? Allow me to briefly explain the specifics of the task at hand. Please do, we're all ears. I'll be assigning each of you a car to inspect. You'll speak to every passenger and inspect their luggage and verify the validity of their entry application. If by chance you come across any passengers without an entry application or who are in possession of dangerous goods, they're to be detained immediately. Okay, got it. I'm fine with the whole inspection thing. What do I do if anyone's not in their seats during the check? Kinda get the feeling like a bunch of amateurs like us might not be able to cover everybody. Not to worry, we've got that covered. Passengers are not permitted to move about the cars for the duration of the inspection. It's a rule that was put in place because we'd occasionally get crafty sorts trying to dodge the inspection by shuffling around. You are certainly strict. Alright, I think I got the idea now. Although, I'm a little bothered that each person has to inspect their own car. Randy and I will definitely be fine on our own, but what about Ellie and Tio? Really? This is the moment you decide to start worrying about us? Might I remind you that I am a police officer as well. My hand-to-hand skills are more than satisfactory. Likewise, even if a suspect were to resort to violence, I find it very difficult to imagine they would be able to overpower the both of us. Man, come on, Lloyd. You should know by now these gals ain't just some dainty damsels. You gotta get that through your thick skull already. Fair point, sorry. With that said, are you all ready to commence the inspection? Sure. Good, you are ready. Very well, without further ado, let's begin the inspection. I'll inspect the first car, so please divide the remaining cars among yourselves. I remind you, this tack will require your full attention. Alright, I got a train to inspect. This is like papers, please. Sure, a lot of travelers here. Can't say I'm surprised. Need to make sure to be polite while questioning each person. Alright, lady. And that sucks. Lloyd? No, no, what? Maybe he's right. Maybe Lloyd dodged a bullet. I was hoping to actually have to make decisions. Apparently that's not the case. Is there anyone we're gonna have to throw hands with? Can't just say her luggage looks good following what she just told you, Lloyd. That's... Well, I guess we're done. I've double-checked with everybody. We successfully completed the inspection without incident. Thanks to you, looks like we'll be able to send this tray on its way on schedule. We have the special support section a proper thank you, don't I? It's our pleasure. We learned a lot helping out with this request. Feel free to give us a call if you ever need our help again. I think I'll take you up on that offer. Phew, that was a lot harder than I was anticipating. And say that again. Although Tio is probably the most exhausted among us. Why do you say that? People thought she was some kind of mascot for the train station and kept smothering her. A mascot? You alright, Tio? Don't tell me you're so traumatized that you can no longer speak. No, not quite. I'm simply experiencing some mental fatigue. I should recover in a bit. Can we leave, please? Yeah, sure. Hope you weren't straining yourself too hard, Tio. And I was hoping we'd get to... I was hoping we'd have to throw hands with one of the passengers. Instead, it was all just standard stuff. Ains Mountain Path. Out that exit. You mean there's 3 chests here? How about that one? I still don't know how to get it. Can't go in that building. Oh. Maybe all will be revealed in time. I'm just gonna tab out for a second. looked like my OBS preview was a little bit choppy, so I'm just setting OBS to high priority. I don't know if that completely solved it, but hopefully it's passable. Looks fine on the stream footage. I don't know why it looked a little weird to me. What's wrong, Tio? Do you hear something again? So I'll try increasing the sensitivity levels again. Definitely hears a wolf. Wait. I could just barely hear it, but it was unmistakable. Yep, no question. That was a howl. I think Teotad has sharp ears, or we never would have noticed. Phew. I was able to determine that the howl originated in the direction of the mountain path. Approximately 40 selg north-northwest. That's about halfway to the path, isn't it? Oh man, here we go again. Ellie? Tio? Sorry, I know you suffered more than enough yesterday. It's okay, Lloyd, I understand. I'm beginning to think this is just our fate. I will survive. So that house struck me as being some kind of message. Message? How so? Thinking it was a threat, maybe? No, it was not threatening. Rather, it seemed filled with purpose? Sorry, I'm having difficulty finding an appropriate way to describe it. That's okay. Anyway, there's a good chance it'll try to escape if the CGF steps in. Let's see if we can track it down on our own. Yes, Tio's analysis has given us a solid lead. We'll be traveling on rough terrain, so we should prepare before we leave. Definitely. Also, we should finish up any support requests. So we're sure we're ready, we can begin searching the mountain path. What the support request that's on the mountain path, Lloyd? Alrighty, let's wrap things up and have ourselves a nice fun hike, eh? That was not the voice that I've been giving to Randy. Crossbell Cathedral. Not gonna spend time here, but you know, we saw it. I'll double check. This last one is on the Mains mountain path. Yes. Blinding attacks. Come prepared with eye drops. Do I have eye drops? I don't know where I got 19 from. That's not sharpshooter Ellie McDowell. That is. I like how this enemy is just rabbit sitting on a boulder. Wasn't there a shiny on the ground? There was. Antidote. Hummingbird. Tell you what, if you promise you'll never open another chest again, I'll forgive you for this one. Oh, crit. Is that 7? It did say 7. Well, do not use blue magic on that, on those things. It is just slightly more inconvenient. Is it only Randy that gets to check those for free? You know, I kind of forgot that we had a team attack. Well, it's still fine. We didn't waste any EP. Oh, you have now seen me. Yeah, whichever quartz it is that put them on the map is very helpful. We killed none of them. Fishing spot. Well, we'll do a little bit of fishing, I suppose. We'll use the old rod, fish up a Magikarp. That's unfortunate. Did it use bait, though? Thought I was already at 9. Hit. Oh, it's snow crab. Chitinous shell. Yeah, it doesn't use bait if nothing bites. That's good to know at least. All right, we're done with the fishing. Am I stupid? I didn't realize that I was targeting some random asshole in the corner rather than the guy in the middle. Because why would I be targeting some random asshole in the corner? No, Ellie. I can't... Actually, I can't believe you've done this. This is a very common occurrence with you. Water. Alright, and what I've learned, I really should just do it like that. I really should turn off the high-speed mode when I'm trying to get an ambush. Fire's very not effective against these guys. What about Earth? status effect that is. Earth is also not particularly effective. That is confusion. What about water? All arts. All elements. No, I'll use 7 experience off of leveling. Who activated my trap card? We stopped the game before it tricked me that time. A notebook with a gauntlet on it. You decide to leave it in case the owner comes back. I was really hoping it wasn't going to explode. I guess some of the enemies I've killed must have dropped eye drops. Or a lot of enemies I've killed must have dropped eye drops. We'll phrase that properly. So I have like 15 million eye drops. Wow, this is amazing. What a fantastic view. Crossbell truly is a beautiful place. Seeing this makes almost all my fatigue from walking here fade away. Who knew all this nature was just a stone's throw away from the big booming metropolis? Crossbell's kind of a weird place when you think about it, huh? Or, not that I don't like it. It's just surprising is all. No, it's fine. I get what you're trying to say, Randy. I mean, I lived in Calvert for over 2 years, and compared to there, Crossbell is lacking balance, I suppose? The city is extremely modern, while the surrounding countryside is very traditional. Agreed. I also traveled to numerous countries while I was studying abroad. No matter how advanced the country was, they still placed importance on tradition and appreciating the beauty of nature. That may all be true. It does not make me dislike Crossbell, not in the slightest. And both its good and bad parts to be captivating. Yo, thank you. Well, there's definitely something special about it, that's for sure. Think about it. We had nothing to do with each other, yet this place managed to bring the 4 of us together. Indeed. Right, it's because Crossbell is the way it is that the SSS exists in the first place. You put it like that, there are a lot of things to appreciate about Crossbell, huh? There it is again. It's much more distinct this time. Any idea which way it came from? Please give me a moment. Henseld to the northwest. Cross-analyzing with the map, it should be located at the Mountain Path's fork. Got it, let's head on over then. You jackass. What I should have done while I was in control of Randy. Let's just beat it up. Water. I think we just beat the rest of this guy up, though. Yeah. That was definitely the easiest. Wind, weak to wind, weak to... That one's weak to fire. Oh no, this is the one that's weak to wind. Shoot, I had it backwards. I probably should have just attacked. Yeah. Well, didn't even waste her EP anyways. This was the thing that was resistant to all magic. Hey, I'm giving you that for free because I know before long you'll come crawling back for more. Luminous glasses. Prevents blind. Well, I guess on Randy that's probably not bad if we're theoretically coming up against a... Oh, hold on. Sorry, I forgot to do one thing. I'm going to do that now before... breaks? What is... that? Then... Oh, right, 'cause of that. Do that, and then... Oh, I'm gonna have to do that for a second, because OBS is the way it is. No idea why. There we go. I'm a little concerned about this one. Doesn't actually describe where it is. On the side of Maine's mountain path. Doesn't really provide much description. Probably don't need to worry about killing everything right now. I think I'm not really gaining experience if I just saw that right. Not really getting much experience. Maybe it's just from those slime things. We're still getting a decent amount from those guys. Monster level 35. I beg your pardon. Monster level 35. You know what? We just saved. We can handle it. We can take a look at it. I don't think we can handle it. Yeah, no longer thinking that was the correct move. But that's why we save. That's unfortunate. No, it was wind. No, it was water. Okay, I'm right. You're weak to fire. Okay, this enemy is just rabbit riding a boulder. The howl came from somewhere around here, supposedly. Is this the fork in the road you were talking about, Tio? Can't say I spotted any signs of a wolf around here. Possible it may have moved elsewhere again. I know the path to the left will take us to Maine's, but I'm not so sure about the right. Not seeing any information regarding that path in the database either. Might prove beneficial to investigate just in case. Yeah, might as well. Let's check it out before we head on to Maine. Move on to Maine's. Ellie, I will send you to the glue factory. That was like impressively bad. Yeah, weak to fire. Randy can just smack him with a stick. Yeah, those guys don't give a ton of XP. What's that? Is that the fall eagle, whatever? That was not very good. AoE. It's actually not bad size for an AoE. really should have tried to get Tio some AoE spells. AoE arts. Maybe 10 Wind Sepith. That looks like a fall eagle if I've ever seen one. I haven't, but... Alright. Let's... Let's save. Then we exterminate. Fortunately, I won't know their stuff until Randy. Get healed. Weak to fire. It's not actually fire damage, is it? Let's get that up for Randy. What does rush mean? That means she gets to go immediately. We got fire apply, that's pretty good. We're low on EP. Bust out an S-Craft. Paralyze. Just keep tossing out firebolts. See no reason to change it up. Guy is like very stressfully flapping his wings. Ellie is exceptionally low on EP, so she can just do that. Wait, I thought you had a lot less health. Maybe I should be trying to attack with Randy. You should have been trying to attack with Randy the whole time because he could inflict poison. Well, we got there. Question is, do I need to go back? I probably do need to go back right away. It's a short quest. I'm not gonna try and kill everything. I'm gonna try and sneak by as much as I can. As I learned with Sky, when moving at supersonic speeds, you don't even look at the characters, you look at the mini-map when you have Eagle Eye. Active. See ya, suckers. This way. Does technically count as crossbow? No. This does. Well, I may as well rest. Well, I'm already in the building to head down. Here, report. That's all of them. Right, that's that chest. I don't actually know how to get. Alright, so then let's use my map, mini-map to guide me back. Method actually might be even better in Zero, because in Sky you couldn't see what direction the enemies were facing. There are just dots on the minimap. Here it's way better. No, wrong way. Occasionally I look at the characters for certain situations, but 99% of the navigating is just easiest done. Oh, here we go. Supposed to be Ellie. I suppose Tio's probably pretty decent at getting the preempts as well, but Ellie's got a lot more range. Ooh, chests. Up the stairs. Those guys give solid XP. Randy leveled. They're in Crash Bomb. AP charge. Chest messaging rates may apply. Inside the chest, you discover the secret city of Chestbell. Oh, you jackass. I've been playing so much FF3 off stream that I just tried to hit the back button in order to activate speed up. Rosenberg Studio. Oops, I just accidentally closed my notes. That was the opposite of what I meant to do. What is this place? The building has quite a striking presence. It seems as though someone's living here, too. Oh, hey, there's a sign over there. Rosenberg Studio, keep out. Rosenberg. Does that ring any bells, Ellie? Yes, it does. It's a very famous doll studio known for making many valuable antiques. I'm told it's owned by an extremely talented doll maker. Dang, who knew a place like that would be all the way out here? Actually heard of that name before. If I'm not mistaken, his dolls are usually sold at auctions for extraordinarily high prices. That's right, I've seen a few of his pieces, and they truly are works of art. I knew he operated around Crossbell, but I'd never guessed it was from such a remote place. Talented doll maker, you said. His sign is any indication, he's not very open to strangers. Would he even be willing to speak to us in the first place? We're looking for Grandpa George, he's not here. Of all the people to make an appearance, I won't say she is the first person that I thought of. Huh? Little girl. Would she be living at the studio? Good day, everyone. Who might you four be? You have some business here? Oh, Don't worry, there's no need to be suspicious of us. We're with the Crossbell Police Department. Oh, you're police officers. That's funny. I've never seen the police wander outside of the city before. Are you patrolling this area now? Actually, no. We didn't come here as part of a patrol. We were hoping to ask someone about the monsters in the area. Monsters? What kind of monsters did you want to ask about? I think they may be wolf-like monsters. Has your grandfather mentioned any like that before? No, I'm afraid not. But I think I remember hearing some howling in the distance earlier. Is that what you're investigating? Yeah, that's it. You said your grandfather is away, so does that mean the studio is empty? Yes, that's right. He did tell me he would return this evening, though. Ah, okay. In any event, the monsters we're looking for are extremely dangerous. It would probably be best if you stayed inside until your grandfather gets back. Yeah, I could do that, but I think following you all would be much more entertaining. What? Playing tag with those wolves, aren't you? Maybe it's more like hide and seek? Either way, it seems like fun. I suppose that is one way of putting it. You're one weird kid, you know that? Hold on, we're still not sure what it is we're chasing down, so I really don't think taking you along is a good idea. Sorry, but again, would you mind staying inside? How boring. If he was repaired, then I wouldn't be so bored. Oh well, perhaps I should leave it at that for today and go mess with Freckles a bit more. Maybe I should go play in the Glass Castle instead. It's with who? What is the Glass Castle? Oh, don't mind me. Ah, that's right, I haven't introduced myself yet. Please, call me Ren. There's someone else I would love to introduce you to as well. But unfortunately, his right leg was broken recently, and Grandpa George is patching him up right now. Ren, also known as the former 15th Ouroboros. What was their position called? I can't remember. I think she was 15th. She was Death. I believe she was Death. I want to look up what she was quickly, but I don't want... Terrified to get spoilers. Yes, she was number 15 of the Ouroboros, and I'm quickly navigating away from that wiki page. I'm sorry to hear that. She don't want one of her dolls or something? These wolves you're after seem to be quite the smarty pants. Wanted to play with them for a bit, but I suppose I'm a grown-up now, so I should act like one. Good luck with the rest of your investigation, Special Support Section. Thanks? You be careful now, Ren. She was quite... interesting. Is she actually the granddaughter of famous Rosenberg dollmaker? Guess so. She was strangely mature for her age, don't you think? I thought she was simply adorable. She may have had a unique way of talking, but that's just part of her charm. Lloyd? Something wrong? I see you getting that look in your eye again. Did something stand out to you? Well, it's not anything major. It's just, right before she left, didn't she call us the special support section? Oh, you mentioned it. We did not introduce ourselves as such, did we? How the hell would some little girl in the middle of nowhere know who we are? Well, it's possible that she recognized us from the Crossbell Times. If that's the case, there's a decent chance she'd know who we were. Still, I think there's more to her than meets the eye. Just a little bit. I concur. Anyway, it doesn't look like the wolves came this way. Let's head back for now and keep making our way towards Mainz. Yes, let's. Alright, I guess... No, the rock rabbits didn't really give much XP. Those guys didn't really give much. Singular enemies aren't really giving much XP. No, those guys are giving like nothing, if I'm remembering right. Wow, this is some tunnel. Looks like they went all out when they made it. Oh, I guess if it's this far into the mountain, it must have been used to mine septium at some point. Yeah, I'd be surprised if it wasn't. I remember my history, these tunnels were constructed just before Crossbell became an autonomous state. In that case, this tunnel dates back 70 years. I believe Crossbell was once famous for being rich in septium, correct? Correct. So rich that the Empire and the Republic would have wars over it. Septium yields are still bountiful to this day, making it one of Crossbell's most valuable resources. But given the advancements in mining technology and the discovery of other septium veins elsewhere, it's not as notable as it once was. Huh, I wasn't aware of that. Commerce really is the backbone of modern Crossbell, isn't it? There it is again. It must be real close, judging by the echo. You pinpoint its location, Tio? Of course. Success. Trace the sound waves to the exit of this tunnel. Good work. Let's go. Oh, you... Eagle Eye is really useful for getting preempts. These things are weak to fire. Weak to fire and very not weak to anything else. So Eagle Eye is very useful for resetting preempts. I can see exactly at what point the enemy is stopped moving towards me. Fire. Ever so slightly weak to water. Mostly weak to fire. I wonder if that chest is also level 35. It turned around. Well, I know that you are weak to fire, so let's chuck our firebolts at this one. And we'll have Randy. They're also weak to fire. Oh, these are spiders? I guess they are. things didn't even register to me as spiders. There's a thin gray line on the map pointing upwards that I didn't see. What the hell are you? Rocktopus. Like, I gotta give him credits for the name. Slightly weak to water and fire. She's too that didn't really give me much experience either. I think I've mostly out-leveled the area. Inside this chest you find one big goose egg. That means 0. Yo, what's up, Buster Sword? Sorry, I just realized OBS was blocking part of YouTube chat there. There we go. I've been playing about 3 hours a day. Ooh, boy, this is a kind of scary encounter. I'm playing like 3 hours a day, or 3 hours a stream. There's been a lot of dialogue, especially early on, so we haven't had too much chance to make a ton of progress. Combat-wise, like, we're only 11 hours in or so. Which I guess is relatively long. Yeah, I think it's just been over... I think it's just because it's been over a couple of weeks. Hop into something soon yourself. What you planning on playing? Let's toss that over here. Jesus. That just has an insta-kill. Ah, because on the first Berserker, nice. Yeah, that attack just has an insta-kill possibility. Alright, let's chuck a lot of fire at this spider. Kind of like Neo in terms of gear. Took everything for me, everything! Well, at least I still have my charming personality. A couple of us are kind of bleeding out the anus here. Let's address that. Weapon types, but matching equipment. So are you saying you need to, like, equip multiples of the same type of stuff at once? Is that what I'm understanding from that? Or the game recommends you to do that? That was the wrong target. I guess it doesn't matter. Crap, gotcha. That's interesting. Give me that. Laxant. Hey! There it is. That white fur, it's just like the legendary divine wolf. Finally decided to come out and play, eh? No way you're getting away now. Come on, let's hurry and take him down. Wait a moment. Do not sense any hostility. Huh? I will handle this. Wait, Tio? You out of your mind? Calm down, I will be fine. Finally meet. I feel as though you've been seeking us. Is there perhaps a message you wish to relay? It's just as I thought. Tio? You can understand it? Not exactly, but I can basically infer its intentions. What is your message? Oh, that means... Hey, crap, he's escaping. Jeez, he's a freaking mountain goat. What did he say, Tio? Definitely seemed like he was trying to tell us something. I'm not certain, but the nuance seemed to be something along the lines of... Final fragment lies ahead. The stock jumping noise. Look, this game came out in like 2009? 2010. The rest is in your hands. That's all I could gather. Final fragment. Some boss equivalent means you need to kill. Ah, interesting. Yes, at least I think that was it. Sorry, I could not be clearer. It's up to you whether you believe it or not. Oh, no, I believe it. I was just thinking. Final fragment lies ahead. In other words, we're near the last piece of the puzzle we need in order to figure out these attacks. Wait a minute. Assuming Tio's interpretation is accurate, is it really okay for us to just believe what that wolf told us? Fair point. He and his pals are our main suspects for the attacks, yeah? If he's smart enough to communicate with us, then he's smart enough to lie to us. He's trying to throw us for a loop. No, I disagree. There's a good chance that wolf isn't one of our culprits. Really? Are you serious? What makes you think that? Well, something stood out to me. The howl, the appearance, both howl and appearance. What? Let's try this. According to the testimonies at St. Armorica and St. Ursula, there were no mentions of howling. Also, Lytton claims the wolf-like monsters that ambushed him on the hospital route, he did say that, had a black coat of fur. Now that you mention it, guess our wolf pal doesn't match the profile. Right, but that doesn't necessarily mean we can cross him off our list of suspects entirely. It's possible he's their leader and is commanding the Black Wolves to do his dirty work. X tend to have an alpha, so you may be... That's disproven! That's false information, Tio. The guy made that up. Still, if he isn't responsible for the attacks, we may have to rethink things. There may be two different kinds of wolves, each acting on its own. Yeah, that's a safe assumption. Not only that, but he may very well have been a divine wolf like the one from the legends. And if that's true, then these black wolves, who we haven't seen hide nor hair of, are the ones causing this whole mess. The pieces are starting to fall into place. I also feel that is a likely scenario. As I previously mentioned, I sense no hostility from the wolf. Yeah, I agree. Final fragment lies ahead, By ahead, do you think he was referring to mains? Yeah, I can't see what else it would be. We're almost there, so let's just keep going as planned. Understood. You're getting that last part, though. The rest is in your hands. Kinda pretentious, if you ask me. He too good to lend us a paw? It may be true, actually. I did get the impression he was being condescending. Well, I guess I'm used to that by now. Let's get back on track and put an end to this investigation. Right, I feel like we're on the cusp of making a breakthrough. Like the spear and a certain boss armor. Infuse in higher level armor or level it up and make a new set. But you gotta fight it 5 or 6 times. Yeah, don't you hate it when you're trying to talk to a wolf and it's condescending to you? It's just the worst. So how does refighting bosses work? Can you just do that? Beast flesh. Not Rocktopus. Oh, it's just easy like that. It's not like Dark Souls 2 where you have to find a bonfire effigy, use it on a certain bonfire, and then level up that area of the game only to New Game Plus. It is a really good art. Which is surprising because she does like no damage whatsoever normally, or very little damage physically. Normally, not no damage, but a lot less. Dark Souls 2? Yeah, it was... It was a little... Randy? Was a little bit crazy with some of its things. Some crazy in a good way, and then there was adaptability. Which I don't hate the idea of, but like, explain what agility it does, and then investigation into the theft of this chest comes up empty, much like the chest itself. You conveniently ignore the fact that you are the thief. Yep, that's... that's the one. Adaptability. It's technically agility, but the easiest way to get the correct agility breakpoint is 23 adaptability. I think other stats level up agility to some extent. I don't know how it works. It's much easier just to tell people 23 adaptability. I think I knew about that right away. I'm pretty sure my brother mentioned it, like, right as I was starting. He's just like, level adaptability to 23, you will thank me. So this is Mainz, Crossbell's leading Septium producer. Well, there wasn't a DS1 equivalent, unless you're talking about invincibility frames. There just wasn't a Dark Souls 1 equivalent. Iframes were tied only to your weight. It's in a rather inaccessible place, is it not? Frames, yeah. Yeah, I gotta agree. Reminds me of our Marika village. It's like night and day compared to the city. Yes. Seems they modernized their mining technology at least, though. What's that black vehicle there? What if they use it to transport septium deposits? Don't you think it looks a little too fancy to be hauling around rocks, though? Appears to be a special transport vehicle designed by Emperor Reinford's company. The Empire's Reinford Company. Latest model, no less. That's cutting edge. It must have cost a fortune. It does. I was just thinking that. Like, is this Morgana? Are we about to dive through mementos? What's happening here? Are you about to hear about how hot Lady Ann is? Perhaps it's the town mayor's private car? It's a possibility. Either way, we should try visiting him before anything else. Hopefully he can shed some light on the circumstances regarding the monster attack here in Mainz. Oh. Sorry about that. Apparently Nightbot's, I'll have to look at Nightbot after this. That is okay. I added Nightbot just for a command when I was doing when I'm doing the FF8 challenge run, and I just completely didn't even think about Nightbot's other features. But you've let me know that I need to look into that, because I don't care much about capped spam at the moment. And some men at the same time? They'll behave. Good. Something wrong, miss? Oh, don't mind me. I was just admiring the view out there. Remains, please take your time to savor everything our town has to offer. Which is a rest. 400 Mira. Ooh, making a juicy steak. That's actually not bad. Well, I guess I'll rest. This is still the same world? Technically. Here, let me see. This. Save image. Bring that there. Documents. OBS, where are you? There you are. Yeah, I can use this. Documents. That one. Oh boy, that is really big. That is really... What the is this like... What's the resolution on this image? Okay, we're almost... It will almost fit. Okay, here we go. There we go. Let's put it under me. So, where am I? So this white area right above me, that is where the first 2 games took place. Technically the first 3, but third game is weird. That is Liberl. That's where the first 2 games took place. This tiny chunk of text right above me is Crossbell, and that's where this game takes place. So we are rather far away from... Well, I guess we're not that far. We're not like an entire continent away, but... So this game and the next game take place... Here, let's... zoom in bunch. There we go. Crossbell right beneath me. This game and the next game, I believe, take place entirely in Crossbell. And then the next game after that, or the next 4 games, presumably take place entirely in Erebonia over here. As far as I'm aware, that's they compose the Erebonian arc. Oh, we won't. Don't worry, we won't. We won't see any of the same areas from the last game. Unless Kevin... Where was Kevin from? Like, we might... Where was Kevin born? Story. Emerose City is a free board with Lemand to the northwest, located between Calvard... Oh, okay, it's not even close. Never mind. We have no risk of running into the same areas that we did in the other games. Unless there's a flashback or something, but yeah. What the... You mean, like, why we were in the weird dream worlds? How do I explain it? The gigantic city that rose up out of the water, or out of the lake at the end of 2 and shut down all technology, it left behind an artifact that... I don't even know how to describe it. It was what sucked everyone into the dream world, and it, like, somehow had the consciousness of Kevin's guilt inside of it. And, like, most of that game was just Kevin coming to terms with the guilt that he feels because of what happened in the past. I wish I could give a better explanation, but it's been a couple of months. So I don't remember every detail, but, like, that's the gist of it. He's the one that was attacked by the monster. Yeah, like it's... I don't even know if it's controversial, but like... I don't think it's the most loved game. I thought it was still pretty good. But like, it doesn't... It's hard to tell how it directly advances the main plot, or if it does. It mainly just provides a lot of backstory, because like there was all the extra doors that gave some extra scenes. Some of them was kind of like stuff that happened in between 2 and 3. And then some of it was some backstory on other important characters. I assume this is the mayor's house. Hold on. Voice can be heard from behind the door. Is something wrong? Sounds like the mayor's in the middle of something. Maybe he has visitors. Oh, you folks have business with the mayor. Yeah, we wanted to speak with him. So we came to the right place after all. Yep, you sure did. But you see, probably not a good time to barge in right now. Sounds like he's having a serious discussion with someone or another. Discussion about what? You know how the CGF pulled their forces from the area this morning? Didn't find any clues on the beast that attacked Maine, so we were freaking out about what to do. As that was happening, some help showed up from the city. Help? Only one group comes to mind. Bracers, probably. I don't know that much, but whoever it was, I think they were coming up with countermeasures against the monsters. Now, I also don't know why you're here, but if I were you, I'd wait a bit before you see the mayor. Yeah, that's not entirely inaccurate. There was a decent amount of main story, but there was a lot of optional content in that game. What should we do? A lot of optional content in this franchise in general, but generally more of a... How do I describe it? Generally, the main plot is feels like a more significant part of the game than it was in 3. If he's busy, there's nothing we can do about that. Let's gather all the information we can around town and come back here later. I suppose we don't have much of a choice. Man, why can't it ever just be easy? It's like 3 has almost the same amount of side content as 1 and 2, but it's a shorter game, so there's less other stuff. Got some books. They definitely do seem... Crossbell is a much more futuristic city, but I think this game only takes place like 9 months after Trails, after second chapter. Like, it's really not that much more... There's really not much of a time gap in between the two games. Is there somewhere else I haven't been? No. Is there someone else I haven't talked to? Maybe people in the inn, the pub? Are we about to break into everyone's rooms and talk to them? Oh, maybe now I'm supposed to go and talk to the... What about you? Oh, here we go. Is this Estelle or is this Arios? It's the Mafia. All it'll take is one more little push from us. Almost there, I can see the bonus already. After reading the second half of your sentence, I do see what you mean about Tio's weapon being kind of Xenoblade-like. Bashgoons, what are they doing here of all places? Oh, wait a second now. Why the hell were they talking to the mayor? Assumed the bracers had come here, but the reality was much worse. Yeah, no kidding. Huh? It's their van. So that wasn't the mayor's van. It's theirs. That would explain how a cutting-edge Imperial vehicle ended up all the way up here. The question still stands. What business could the Mafia have with a mining town like Mainz? I know what you mean. You never really see those guys outside of the city. Not really their MO. Rupert with a bowler hat. I don't know the last time I've seen someone in person with a bowler hat. Well, for now, let's just talk to the mayor. Hopefully he can give us leads on the wolves and why the Mafia decided to pay him a visit. What? You're already back? Huh? Didn't you hear me? I can't make a decision just like that. I'm back some of... what's this? Oh my, you aren't the people we just spoke to, are you? Oh, pardon my rudeness. I'm Bixen, Mainz's mayor. It's alright, sir. We apologize for visiting at such a stressful time for you. Well, I wouldn't say I'm particularly bothered by it. Who exactly are you folks? Oh, right. Crossbow Police Department, Special Support Section. We came to ask about the recent monster attack, if you don't mind. Well, if you're wearing a bowler hat, you know, it fits the personality. It's the profile. Ah, so that's it. You're with the city's police department, are you? First, I thought you were rookie bracers who decided to swing by Mainz. Yeah, we get that a lot. We asked around town to get a read on the situation. We heard you'd been dealing with a series of troubling incidents. You heard correctly. There have been 3 separate attacks in the area now. Each instance took place at night, and no one was injured during the first 2. But 2 days ago, the culprits drew blood. Luckily, he only suffered minor injuries, but the damage caused by the beasts is getting worse. The entire affair has the whole town scared stiff. See. However, from what we heard, there was not a single peep when the Guardian Force made their patrols here. That's correct. The wolves, or whatever they are too cunning for their own good. However, the CGF is still the CGF. What do they think they're doing, abandoning us when they haven't resolved anything? It's disgraceful, don't you think? I understand your confusion, sir. Something I got a lot to worry about. I imagine you also requested some help from the Bracer Guild, right? Yes, well, before the CGF arrived in Mainz, we submitted a request to the guild. Sad to say they were too caught up in something and couldn't send anyone here. They wouldn't be able to protect us every day either, so we had to rely on the CGF in the end. Then the CGF abruptly decided to pull out this morning. That they did. It's like my father used to say, when it rains, it pours. Since I had nothing else to lose, I decided I might as well ask the guild for help again, but someone else knocked on my door first. I'm sure you saw them before you came in. You mean Ravash. You don't mind me asking, what do they want to talk to you about? Yeah, well, that's the mystery. Because we don't think the wolf that we talked to is related to the incidents. Well, you see, with the CGF gone, Ravash has offered to become the town's new bodyguards. That way, you'll be ready whenever the beasts decide to show up, they said. Bodyguards? Them? No kidding. Well, I bet they're not doing it out of the kindness of their hearts, are they? Certainly not, but they also weren't planning on taking Mira as payment. Instead, they wanted us to give them exclusive trading rights for our septium in the interim. Monopoly on the septium trade. If I remember correctly, the state owns mining rights here in Mainz, right? Yes, to ensure we don't mine too much, we have to abide by government mandates. There's also an international market for septium, so we can't make any reckless deals. However, who we sell our septium to is ultimately left to our discretion. Them playing bodyguard obscures the real objective, controlling Mainz's septium industry. Be that as it may, we still have partnerships we've built up with merchants over the years. No matter which way I try to look at it, this whole thing is a disaster. Sorry to hear that. Things seem to go straight to Gehenna whenever Ravash is involved. Mayor Bixen, how do you feel about letting us handle the attacks from here on out? Can't make any guarantees, but we may be able to crack this case. Really? You sure, Lloyd? You said you're the special support section? Is it really our best option to rely on the police rather than the CGF or Bracer Guild? You can trust us with this, sir. If things go according to plan, we can have this solved by tomorrow. Yeah, that's what it seems like on the surface, at least. We learned in the prologue that the Mafia is up to some other weird shit. So they're making moves. They got their own ulterior motives. I'm sure it goes deeper than artificial scarcity. I'm sure they stand to gain some power from it. Lloyd, was it wise to promise something like that? Sure, we know there are two kinds of wolves running around now. Do you really think we'll be able to take down the culprits by tomorrow? Well, we don't necessarily need to exterminate them for starters. From the very beginning, our job was to clear up the mysteries in the CGF's report, right? Well, when you put it that way. Without meaning to, we swapped that objective to dealing with the monsters themselves. I have a proposal, everyone. Like that White Wolf tried to tell us, I think we already hold all the clues to this case. Why don't we hold a meeting and go over what we know from the beginning? I think that's a good idea. If we lay everything out, maybe we'll discover something new. Alrighty, if that's the plan, we should probably catch the bus back to the city. That's not necessary. We can always just stay in Mainz overnight. The room at the inn should be big enough for us to hold our meeting. Oh, does that mean... I suspect I know what you're planning, Lloyd. You must have realized something about the case, eh? Like you did with that mess tent in the downtown district. Yeah, I have. Though I'm not 100% certain just yet. I'd appreciate any input you guys can give on my deductions so far. So I'm curious. Is this something that's feasible for me to have solved if I've been, like, extra attentive to every detail? Or is he just gonna pull out something that I had no way of knowing out of his ass? We're happy to help. In that case, we should hurry and book a room at the inn. I guess we will. Give me 1 second, sorry. Okay, let's start by going over our current situation. Many details were foggy in the CGF's initial report. We knew about the string of monster attacks, but not much more. Fortunately, our investigation shed lights on many of those points. There's something we don't know that by all rights should have become clear by now. Really? Huh? What are you talking about? We still haven't determined one of the key things detectives look for in an investigation. Monster's motive. Yeah, that's a good point. Considering what happened at St. Ursula, it doesn't seem like they're doing all this out of hunger. According to Armorica Village's chief, there's a possibility that all of these attacks are a warning from the Divine Wolves, but more likely that those Black Wolves are our culprits. Yes, I agree. Attacks don't fit a wolf's typical behavior, so it makes sense that we've been unable to determine a motive. Yeah. Still, it's too early to conclude that the wolves' attacks don't have a reason behind them. In the case of the hospital attack, the wolves had to take an especially complex route to get to the rooftop. Further, it's strange how they only lightly wounded the victim before leaving. It is peculiar. It's clear that the wolves' movements and actions are too meticulous to simply be on a whim. I get it. So you're saying normally we should have been able to figure out their motive by now. The fact that we haven't is a clue in itself, yeah? Exactly. Cases like this, it's possible to get stuck thinking a certain way. Looking at all the various attacks by the Black Wolves, if we want to find a motive that makes sense, we'll have to look at things from a different perspective. So, it's actually pretty simple. Generally, crimes consist of 4 aspects: culprit, motive, means, and result. I think it's possible we might have some things in the wrong places. Wait a second. I'll write these out for us to see. Culprit, Black Wolves. Motive unknown. Means, Wolves' abilities. Result, property damage and injuries. Yeah, that's the gist of it. And you're saying these ain't in the right spots? Well, how about this? Culprit, motive, means, and injuries. And results. Are we saying that the Black Wolves... It would be funny to do the same one again. Oh, that still doesn't work. Alright. Culprit. Culprit, motive, means... Means, results. It was a good idea, good shot. That's the most likely, but then where do Black Wolves go? Are the Black Wolves the motive? That doesn't make sense. Culprit. No. What is the culprit? What if we swap these? Am I stupid? No. Maybe the means or the property damage. And where does Wolf's abilities fit? Can I just put unknown for all four? Yeah, the Wolf's abilities, because that doesn't really fit anywhere other than means. Well. The game took pity on me. The motive is the wolves' abilities. That's it. We go by this now. Rather than the wolves being the culprits, they were the means. And using the wolves' abilities was the motive? Oh, Lloyd, you completely flipped the case on its head. You're thinking that people are behind the attacks after all. They're able to control the wolves, it's natural to think so. Only problem is not knowing how exactly they're able to do that. Luckily, we have a particular statement that can help us guess their method. Someone we talked to? Oh, I think I know. Picked up on it too, Randy. See, that statement came from... Maybe. I assume it's gonna be from something Shizuku said. I assume it's like werewolves or something. Shizuku McLean. The Divine Blade of Wind's daughter will be the key to cracking this case wide open. Shizuku's statement. I was curious about what was happening, so I opened the window and listened very carefully. I didn't hear any more screams, but I did hear something that sounded like heavy breathing. And after a few minutes, I suddenly heard a thumping sound. It's like someone was jumping. Oh, and there was one other thing. There's one more sound I thought I heard as all these other sounds were happening. It's kind of like a faint whistling coming... Oh, yeah, from somewhere in the distance. Hold on. Is that whistling how they controlled the wolves? Yeah, I think it's likely. Wolves are quite similar to dogs. Their ears can pick up frequencies that the average human ear cannot. Special whistles have been made to exploit that for a while now. So our culprits are using a dog whistle then. Some people out there that use dog whistles to control military warhounds. Armies don't usually bother with them. It's mainly just Jaegers. I see. Interesting. I think I'm starting to see the dots connect. If this was their means, they'd need a way to move the wolves between the different attack sites. Wait, did they? Shizuku is a wolf she's a blind child. Are we talking about the van? That's right. Remember that van we saw earlier? I got that one right. Can't say it was the same one necessarily, but it certainly looked like a perfect fit for the job. So we finally connected the dots. And this explains... Blind wolf. Good. Excellent. And this explains other things. Wolf prints inside the city, or inside the town of... What was it called? Inside Armorica, but no wolf prints outside the town. And paw prints in the dust on the boxes leading up to the roof, but not on where we thought they came up from. Your motive must have been to monopolize the septium industry. No, maybe that was just a bonus? That's what I'm thinking. Ravash is going all in their efforts to shore up power and resources in order to crush the rival group, Heiyu. may have been planning to use these trained wolves as one of the weapons in their fight. So this is the perfect chance for them to test out their new attack dogs. If they didn't follow orders, they'd be useless when it came to a real throwdown. That's the truth behind all these different attacks, ain't it? Yeah, I have no doubt. Isn't it strange in the first place that the Mafia showed up offering mains their protection right after the... It's alright. Right after the CGF withdrew? The order to withdraw came straight from the CGF commander, as he's said to have ties to a member of the Diet. Given that Ravash has so much of the Diet in their pockets, it's not hard to think they collaborated on this thing. On this entire thing. Yeah. Hey, that's the most effective... They'll be 100% effective with that. Yeah, that very well could be. I knew there was corruption in the Diet, but to think they'd actually go this far? How much further do they plan to take this, I wonder? Considering they've already conducted their combat tests, you'd think that'd be enough. However, the fact that they showed up here after the CGF left strongly implies they're still planning something. But their actions this time seem needlessly ambitious. They've gotten greedy and have started to overreach. Are talking about the exclusive trade deal for Mainz' Septium. That is their goal. They will very likely orchestrate at least one more attack, correct? Judging by our past encounters with Ravash, I'd say you're spot on there, Teotot. If there's going to be another attack, when do you think it'll happen? Let's see. I know that Mayor Bixen is probably going to contact the Bracer Guild tomorrow. If they really plan on following through with on their threat, tonight is their only option. Well, that settles it. We are going to drive off the wolves and arrest the Ravash members controlling them, then. We must. There's no overlooking something this big. Should we contact the CGF for support? No. If the CGF takes part in this, I bet the Mafia will get to go home scot-free given their ties to that Diet member. We have to do this alone. Understood. If they appear, it'll most likely be in the middle of the night, right? All the other incidents have occurred late into the night, so that would be a safe assumption. We still have some time left before dark. Shall we make our preparations? We're running short on supplies. We should take care of that first. Once we're done preparing, let's wait here and stand by until midnight. Ahoo! I'm not a... Don't judge my wolf howl. Don't judge me based on the quality of my wolf howl. Is there anything else from you that I might want? I did buy that, right? Pretty good, I think. Let's buy a couple of the stuff that I don't have. Just in case. Good. I just had a thought about what I wanted to recipe. I cook juicy steak. I cook 6 juicy steaks. Peculiar. What is diced steak? That is a completely different item. Apparently? I don't know if it's just the animation is different, because, like, we got to see Ellie physically dicing it up. Maybe the peculiar... Have any other recipes? Happy ham sandwich. No, let's make Tio cook this one. Supreme. Ah, so there's supreme, regular, and a peculiar option. Do people have Oh. People have different skills? Randy should have been the one to cook both of them? Maybe people just have different affinities for certain dishes? Alright, well, we've done... I don't think it's how you get more recipes, but it's how... It's just like you get a better version of whatever you're cooking. Oh, I'm just closing the mine's gates. Monsters like to show up every once in a while, so I gotta make sure no one's left inside with those suckers. Monsters. Lloyd, what's the matter? Nothing's bothering you, right? Oh yeah, I was just thinking. Still have time before the operation, so why not train here for a bit? No, that's not a bad idea, Lloyd. I'm down. It's true that we do not have enough time to head back onto the highway. What are you kids talking about? You see... so that's what you're on about. Letting outsiders into the mine is strictly prohibited. If anyone got hurt in there, as the mine chief, responsibility had fallen to my shoulders. Oh, is that the case? Nothing we can do then. You know, I didn't refuse just yet. Huh? Yada yada. I did not expect that. We're gonna save. So I have no idea what level these enemies are. I don't have a map of this area. There are treasure chests in here, though. Don't let the spelling fool you into thinking this place didn't actually name itself Mines Mining Village. You'd think so. You'd think the gun is convenient. You haven't witnessed the tragedy of sharpshooter Ellie McDowell. Sometimes there's a bit of aim assist, but it's very tricky. I guess you just saw a little bit of it there. Although that was a bit of a special case. Real treasure's buried underneath, but you'll never be able to move me. Never. There are 2 more treasure chests. Yeah, and that was far from the worst it's been. Like, that one you could at least, like, Chalk up to like, okay, it's like an engine thing, we can't aim down. Yeah, kinda. The problem is I'm using a Switch Pro controller with my PC, and the D-pad on these things is famously terrible. Yo, HP 2? How do I get that chest? This. Damn it, rookie. I've been working undercover as a chest for 12 years and you just blew everything. Extra speed, but a bit less arts defense for the other people. We'll give that to Randy. Didn't I get like better shoes or something? Engineer boots. Give that to Randy. What, for this series? You mean just like release a bunch of them together? I don't know, maybe. The thing is, they're remaking them. Or they're remaking the Sky games, so I don't know if they're likely to do that anytime soon. There really weren't very many enemies in here. Oh yeah, we got Orbments. HP 2. Quartz. Like, I'd be all for it, but I don't... I think it's just too... I mean, what they really should have done is release this game and the next game as a package. Alright, well, let's save here now. Stand by until midnight. So you think simply driving them away from town will not be enough? Right, we also have to corner the Mafia goons who are pulling the strings. I don't know. They've done the first one. They've said a second one is supposed to come out this year. No clue for anything after that, but they also just kind of announced the second one out of nowhere. Or a remake for the second one out of nowhere, so we'll see. This mission's starting to sound a bit trickier than we thought, huh? Maybe I had a little too much to drink. Oh damn, it's already gotten this late. You're told everyone to head back home early, you know. Huh, you worried about a few little monsters? I put a shy vision in the casino to keep slaving away in the damn mines, man. Got me some slack and let me have a couple of drinks, damn it. And you go to that casino and bleed yourself dry every weekend. Must be their prized dairy cow, huh? You don't give them how much mirror they milk out of you? Shut up. I'm saving money for my next trip. Just you watch. I'll score big at the roulette next time and win everything back. Huh? Do you hear that? The hell? No way. Is it those wolves? Please stay away from me. Help us, Idios. Hey, you two. Might want to cover your eyes. Woof. Oh, what was that? Flashbang. These babies are pretty useful against mutts like these. You guys. We saw you earlier today. These are horses. Save the talking for later. Go take shelter at the inn. Yeah. Ugh, what is going on? That guy's never drinking again. Either that or he's only drinking again. Like, one of the two. Damn, they recover pretty quickly. This is gonna be a real pain in the ass. Alright, everyone, let's take him out. You know, it's kind of funny. My sister adopted a dog a few years ago, and it's like... Or a few years ago, what the fuck? She adopted this dog in 2015. What am I talking... Or 2014. What am I talking about a few years ago? What is wrong with me? Anyways. And he's like 11 or 12. What the hell? Sorry, this is a lot to process. Anyways. It is like a mix, a conglomerate of every big dog breed you could think of, like German Shepherd, Ridgeback, Mastiff. And my mom described it as a horse. It's like, oh, your sister adopted a horse recently. Okay, we want to get over there. Get over to Randy. Oh, I didn't look at the resistances and everything with Randy. Normal, not resistant to sleep, whatever that is, blind, any stats down, and I think that's AT delay. Yeah. They're big dogs, to say the least. Hold on, it said not resistant to blind? Ooh, 100% chance to blind. Some big damage. We may want a bit of a heal on Lloyd. Did we get a critical heal? Did I just crit my heal? That's the thing? Nice counterattack. Ooh, nice double counterattack. Lloyd, my man. Yeah, no, that describes Penny to a T. She absolutely loved making new friends. No, encourage. This hits Randy. Focus on one at a time. I assume Firebolt kills it. So now we start working on number 3. Not entirely, like... I wouldn't say like classes, but they feel distinct from each other. Nice counter. on a crit too. So like, Tio and Ellie feel like they're more predisposed to magic. Tio, the blue-haired one in particular, she's more predisposed to healing because her orbment slots have her quartz slots have 2 spots that are reserved for blue, which for blue quartz and blue unlocks healing spells, for example. And then her stats are more magically inclined. Phew, they were definitely a handful. Yeah, more so that instead of classes. Now that I take a closer look, they look like dogs, not wolves. So these were trained warhounds after all. Ah, dang, still kicking, huh? It's fine, just follow them. They'll probably lead us back to where their masters are. Right. What the? Why are you mutts back here so soon? Pretty sure we ordered you to tear those townspeople to shreds. What's the matter with you? Freeze. What? Who the hell? Crossbelt Police Department, Special Support Section. You're with Ravash & Co., aren't you? You're under arrest on the charges of property damage and assault. The cops? What the hell are they doing here? Special Support Section, eh? You're the guy who took down Fabio and his men, aren't you? These are the runts that messed up our plans in the downtown district? Huh, they remembered us. I'm flattered. Supposed to feel honored. Well, not like it matters. We gotta teach these junior detectives a lesson. Took real good care of our friends in the downtown district. Not only that, you went out of your way to play with our dogs. After such generosity, it's only natural for us to return the favor. So, you're resisting arrest? Huh. Obviously, you moron. Ready to see the bottom of Lake Elm. Crap, they brought meds? Ha! You seriously think pros like ourselves wouldn't come prepared? Sick 'em. Attack. Yeah, rip out their throats. Here they come. Don't hold back. And yeah, bullet heals, they've been a thing since Tio has no EP left whatsoever. That's a slight issue. They've been a thing since the first game. Craft, courage, get everyone in that. Item. Oh, Chaos Brand is expensive, that's why. Ah, we found a tile that gets 3, but can I hit more with Heat Wave? No. This one. Wow, we found a tile that only got 2. Here, we'll pop that there. No, I don't want to push enemies back, is the thing. You are going to use a tear bomb on yourself. Randy, you are going to tell me... Yeah, okay. That bumped everyone back, so I'm hitting a lot fewer targets, but I guess it's okay. Well, that's... Now we're hitting way fewer targets. Oh, now we're hitting more targets. They're jumping into the way. Blind was a good move, indeed. That's also a pretty good move. Got slow on a few of them as well. That's also not bad. I should just heal to you. It did not end up doing the amount of damage I wanted it to. Tio's next. Lloyd, let's smack up this guy. What is your S-Craft? It's a lie. Oh, I know that one. Remember that one. Yeah, blind is extra good in this game because when somebody misses an attack, if they're in melee range, then whoever they missed it against gets a counter attack. Courage. Now we can probably pop out our Chaos brands. Yeah, so it's extra good to get counterattacks. Or it's extra good to be dodging. Now I'm hoping there isn't a third fight immediately after. That would be slightly tragic. Probably doable. Especially because Ellie has her S-Craft still. That was tough. Cannot believe they were able to control these warhounds in such a manner. They ain't some 2-bit mobsters, that's for sure. Is this for real? How the hell do we get taken down by a bunch of kids? There's no use resisting any further. We'll be handing you over to the CGF first thing in the morning. But for tonight, we're gonna chuck you boys in the warehouse. And we'll be keeping watch the whole time. See what happens if you try to pull anything. Stop. You ain't getting away. Oh, don't get the wrong idea. Sure, you may have caught us off guard, but we still have a trick up our sleeves. Son of a... 6 more dogs? There were more? 10 dogs. Oh no. I like dogs, but playing with 10 of them at once is going a little overboard. Ha! How's it feel to have the tables turned? You're gonna pay you back double for making us look like chumps. I enjoy taking my sweet time torturing you brats. This doesn't look good, Lloyd. This is a predicament. Damn, guess I gotta bust it out. You punks say your prayers yet? Let's get this party. Huh? What's going on? No, the cat bus, that's a cat. These are dogs. I don't know if you noticed that. It's the White Wolf. Nice, he even brought backup. What are you much scared for? You're totally outnumbered, so quit cowering. Pull those tails out from between your legs. There's the difference between the real deal and your fakes. It was a distraction to hold the dogs, you know what? That's fair. Huh. There's no way a dog would be able to go toe-to-toe with a wolf. They seem to be angry at the mafiosos for having smeared their good name. They come for retribution, then? Give it up. It's over. You're under arrest on the charge of property damage and assault, as well as resisting arrest. So I've been caught, have I?
Ren, what are you doing here?
Aye, that wolf has some impressive senses. It's clear he's not just some regular old animal. And those four, they really didn't think this through, did they? Probably gotten to hear their blood-curdling screams right about now had the wolves not saved them. Got a quite difficult road ahead of them. But it will only make them stronger. Oh my. Are you here to enjoy the show as well? Were you waiting to make your heroic entrance once they realized they were in over their heads? Am I right, Arios McLean, or do you prefer the divine blade of the wind? I could say the same to you. Enforcer number 15 of Ouroboros, the Angel of Slaughter, Ren. You can't spell slaughter without laughter. Ooh, you've heard of me. Suppose I don't have to introduce myself then. Everything I could expect from a bracer who was offered a promotion to S rank, even if you declined it. It's honestly much more than I deserve. The expectations to become Cassius Bright's successor were too much for me to bear. Really now? I've only had the pleasure of meeting Cassius Bright once. But I'm almost positive your swordsmanship surpasses his. You might even be on par with the strongest person I've ever known. Should I take that as a compliment? Found out that you've been staying here in Crossbell these past few months. Was convinced you were planning another one of your tea parties at first. Don't be so quick to jump to conclusions. Crossbell is plenty stimulating regardless of whether I hold a tea party or not. It'd be uncouth of me to start my own entertainment in addition to everything else. And it's reassuring to hear at least. I suppose you've come to Crossbell for personal reasons then. But answer me this. How much longer will you continue to run away from them? Well, it's not my place to interfere with your fate. You Cannot deny that having them at the Crossbell branch has been helpful. However, you cannot continue to run from the answer that lies before you. Leave me alone. I have plenty of reasons other than Estelle and Joshua to be in Crossbell. Having some repairs done, and there's something I need to find out. Oh, and what exactly would that be? Wouldn't you like to know? I promised to be a good little girl, so leave me be. And on that note, I presume you won't be sharing any details with those two, correct? Indeed, you have nothing to worry about. As long as you leave this land be, I promise to not interfere in your personal matters. Thank you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be taking my leave. Have a wonderful evening, Mr. Divine Blade. Lost kitten. The way things are going, the three of them will continue to wander aimlessly. Only there were a third party to create an opportunity for them. What are the odds of that? Amazing work, everyone. Never would have guessed that you would single-handedly solve this entire case. Honestly, I'm quite impressed. Next time, though, give us a call before you start a fight right outside of town. Sorry about that. I'm hesitant to admit it, but I was worried that if we contacted the CGF, the Mafia would have gotten word of our plan through your commander. It pains me to hear you say that, but I suppose I can't fault you for it. However, what would you have done if those white wolves hadn't saved you? Well, you see, honestly, we would have been screwed. In a situation like that, you could have spoken with Sergei. He would have been able to contact me directly. Crossbell faces a myriad of trials and tribulations. That's an undeniable fact. Trying to solve them all on your own is nothing more than arrogance, plain and simple. You're right. Can't argue against that. I don't know, it seemed like Randy had something he wanted to bust out, but it seems he wants to keep it a secret. Well, I think that's enough scolding for one day. I'm glad that you all are safe. As the Deputy Commander of the Crossbell Guardian Force, I thank you for your assistance in this case. Of course, Deputy Commander. Would you look at this? Never thought I'd see the day when you thanked me for something. By the way, Deputy Commander, what do we plan to do with the White Wolves that saved the SSS? I suppose our initial suspicions were completely unsubstantiated. Should be fine to leave them be. But, hey, what's up? Good. Sorry, I'm going to butcher this pronunciation entirely. Goodyear TY? Goodyear tie? Don't worry, you don't know either. Well, thank goodness. It seems... I read it like 16 times and I'm like, oh no, surely it's this. No, that's not it. If you have something you would rather I call you, please let me know. Should be fine to leave them be, but do not let it worry you, Deputy Commander. You do not seem the type to cause any unnecessary trouble for those around them. Yes, it does seem that way. Suppose we humans were the foolish ones in this string of incidents. Just old key smash, yep. I know. I'm familiar with that. My friend's RuneScape name back in the day was literally impossible to pronounce. And when he told me, he came up with the pronunciation. I'm like, oh, I should add you. He's like, oh yeah, it's this. I'm like, what did you just say? To think that the Mafia caused uproars all across the state in order to test their warhounds. Just because some politician is on their side, they thought they could get away with it. It seems so. But considering the extent of the damage, surely there's no way they're getting out of this, right? No. I mean, there's a chance they'll be bailed out? Yes, unfortunately. Until now, we've managed to expose the Mafia's smuggling operation near the border, but that comes at a cost. Each time we catch them, we suddenly get pressure from our higher-ups to let them go. What's more, the smuggled goods are usually brought back to them under the flimsiest pretenses. But an annoying, endless cycle. To think of it, Bellegarde Gate was facing a similar problem. Still, you have to remember that not everyone gives in to corruption. If every good man and woman were to lose hope now, Crossbell would be in peril. So don't forget that there are still people out there fighting for what's right as hard as they possibly can. Ah, Crossbell indeed. It's a good game so far. People like yourselves. Yes, ma'am. I'll make sure to never forget that. Good. I'm looking forward to seeing what all of you can do. Follow me. I can drive you back to Crossbell City. Seeker, prepare to head out. You need to talk and what? You know what? That's a good call. So sleepy. Crossbell really is a city. I'll say, we practically pulled an all-nighter. I've reached my limit. Once we get back to the SSS building, we'll be able to take a good, long rest. Chief's report can wait until after that. Nap sounds lovely right about now. Hey, job well done. Chief, something wrong? Don't tell me you went out of your way to welcome us back. Oh, you're gonna make me blush. Ha! As if I would do something as sappy as that. Sonya just gave me a call and filled me in on what happened. Sounds like to me, Lady Luck played a major part in your success. You could say that. You weren't waiting for us. What were you doing out here, Chief? It's quite the unusual location for your post-breakfast smoke. Well, I couldn't do it in there. No way I was going to be able to enjoy my cig after he showed up and sat his ass down inside. He showed up? Who are you talking about? Well, don't leave us hanging. Hell if I know. Something just tells me he's here for you. He's probably friendly, but he clearly doesn't give a crap about barging in out of nowhere. Well, okay then. So he's waiting for us inside? Santa? That's about the only possibility that I can think of. Time to see who our mystery guest is. Horrible Santa. Yeah, this is Horrible Santa. What? Oh my. The hell? Why? Friend of yours, I hope? Suddenly just showed up. When I saw him, I was so surprised I nearly reached for my gun. Man, this lazy mutt just sprawled out on the ground there, so I left him to his business. Did something happen? What are you doing here? Oh. Tio? What is he saying? Let me see. I am known as Zeit. Unfortunately, I turned off the voice acting Because it was distracting to, It was distracting me to have the Japanese playing in the background while I was doing my thing. Appreciate you dispelling the false accusations against me and my brethren. It's like some guy doing dog noises, really? That's great. Something along those lines. So his name is Zeit. He came to thank us? Maybe so, but this guy still sounds like a pompous ass. Really? Is it, Tio? How do I put this? No mistake, you four are still young and unreliable. I shall lend you my assistance every now and then out of pure necessity. Only when the mood strikes me. What? What? Whoa, 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 back up. There's no need for concern. Left the pack to a subordinate, so they will be well taken care of. That's not really the issue here. Legendary Divine Wolf, eh? Congrats, you guys just won yourselves one hell of an ally. Chief? Can he be a party member? Like, Persona 3 let me have a dog in the party. Can I get a big dog? Zeitgeist, sir. Chief? For the time being, I'll pass him off to the higher-ups as a police dog. But listen, this big guy is your responsibility, not mine. Who's gonna walk him in the morning? With that settled, I'm off to bed. Wait a second, Chief. Just our luck. Is this really okay? Sergey is just like... Sergey's about to take like 6 shots before he goes to bed. I agree with the Chief's decision. He will prove to be an invaluable member of the Special Support Section. Besides, he is quite fluffy. His wife fur is very charming. That's a good question. Who's picking up the dog poop? Suppose I can't deny that. Well, I guess we'll see how this plays out. Might be useful for when we're in a pinch. Maybe you guys are right. But if we just leave him like that, he'll look like a stray. Maybe we should get him a collar. Oh my god, we get a collar? Chapter 1, Afternoon of the Wolves, end. We've been promoted. We got a spirit badge. I wonder if I got less bonus DP for not getting the right order in discussion. But alright. That is a pretty good place to stop for the night. Ugh. I don't know why. I expected Chapter 1 to be a lot longer. Maybe it's... Maybe I was just thinking of Sky 1, where it's like long game, or long-ish game, but like not a lot of chapters, but they're long, but maybe not. Yeah, that's probably exactly what I was thinking. Sky 2 wasn't as bad. I feel like Sky 2, there are mostly 6 to 8 hours. But at the very least, this first chapter... I mean, honestly, that was about the same length as the prologue, maybe... No, okay, it was like 25% longer. But anyways. Let's see, what is it? It's Thursday. I might be back tomorrow. I'm looking after my nephew tomorrow. So, I might be very tired tomorrow night. So, I might just, I might just chill. We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow night. If not tomorrow, then I'll probably be back on Saturday with some FF7 Rebirth for FF7 Saturday. And then we'll be continuing this on probably Monday. Later, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. And we'll hope to see you next time. Have a great night.